Hello, everybody. We are on the free to play now, and it is time to pull some shards. So, super excited. I'm not as worried about the 10x on this account because I don't think that we're going to necessarily get a legendary. Like, I would be excited if we get one, of course, but mostly we're looking for some solid epics here. I got Allure on the main account as one of my epics during my poll, so I would love an Allure here. It would make my whole Armiger video less interesting. But I wanted to talk about that because a lot of you talked to me in the comments about uh Fenshi. 100% right. Totally slept on this guy. As soon as you guys told me, because here's my how my brain works, right? I look at a kit and I go, okay, multi-hitter, decrease speed, that's pretty good. Oh, turn meter on the A2, okay, that's pretty good, but it's on the A2. And then you look at the A3, get some poison. All right, interesting, yeah, whatever. But what you don't see at a quick glance is that this is a 2-turn cooldown on this ability. I mean, if we build him probably as fast as we have that Armiger built, well, actually, no, Armiger's not that fast. If we build him faster, um, we could get just as much, if not more, turn meter control out of Fenshi. So I was not aware that that was on a 2-turn cooldown. The moment I saw your guys' comments, I was like, damn it. I I regret my decision because, quite frankly, Fenshi could be just a better Armiger. Now, it is only a 75% chance when booked at 15%. Now, Armiger does 30%. So you'd need two of those to land in order for you to really get the effect. But you also get the decreased speed. So when you put those two together, the amount of turn meter control you get is quite significant. So, um, and you get to bring some extra damage in the poison as well as extra multi hitting, which from that A1, which solves the big problem that we had with Armiger. Now I got Fenshi late on my account, but definitely a solid turn meter control champion that I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I should have built him over Armiger. Just looking at his kit, his build, and his faction, I don't have any Shadowkin champions built up. Also, I absolutely love the look of this champion. This is like right in my wheelhouse when it comes to like aesthetics. I love the swords. I'm a huge katana guy. Like, I mean, I say huge. I have one. My wife bought me one for I think, was it Christmas? She's not listening to me. So my wife bought me one, I think, for Christmas. Um, and I love, so I'm a fan of kind of this style of blade. These may not be katanas. If I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry. But I just love, this style of sword. We'll say that, okay, to protect myself in the comments. And then I like really heavily armored champions, and so I really like kind of the armor look on this. So really disappointed in myself for that mistake, but this is why we have the channel, right? This is why I talk about this kind of stuff. You don't know what you don't know. And so it's very easy to sleep on champions when they're not all over um YouTube, right? And or if you have a main account that has gone so high and so far in this game that you don't really need those turn meter control champions, or you have better ones like Allure and Newt. Um, it's really easy to sleep on some that can be really game changing. So Fenshi is absolutely game changing and would have been a much better choice over Armiger. So, but we are going to pull shards. We're in the middle of a 2x chance. Best time to pull shards for the account. We've got 25. We got 124 in room. I think I have some stuff ready to upgrade. Well, I'm actually going to avoid that for a change. A couple stuff here. We could 5-star Fenji. How many? Not enough of the food there. I might just have to sacrifice some rares once we get in there, because I haven't had time to make room. So, let's pull 4, and then we'll pull. You know what? I'll probably just make room with gems, because I do have a lot of gems right now. So we'll probably do that. We're gonna pull 4. Good news is the spoilers, at least right now, are coming after I summon. Another apothecary. Alright. So, all rares. We're going to do a 10 pull here. It'll put me 38, then 48, and then I'll have to use some gems. So, yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. Alright, here we go. I'm going to hide the spoilers. Hiding the spoilers. Alright. Oh, God. Are we doing all rares? Please not all rares. It hurts so much more on this account, because I really need epics. I'm hiding the spoilers. I know you guys saw them there, but don't tell me you're doing back-to-back. Yes! Let's go! Oh, let's go! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. This doesn't make Fenji any worse, okay? But let's freaking go. We just got a lure. Fire Knight is solved. Done. I'm taking all that gear off of Armiger and we're putting it on a lure. Let's go. Oh, man. That's my next 6-star right there. That completely solves Fire Knight and can solve a lot of content for me in the future with turn meter control. This account, I understand we have only 3 legendaries, but when it comes to epics, this account is absolutely stacked. We have Geomancer and we have Allure. Guys, I didn't get Allure until the week that I got my Newt. That's how long it took me to get Allure on my main account. And Newt was what? I mean, he's a couple fusions ago now, I suppose, but a couple months ago that I got her, and I've been playing the game for over a year now. Like, oh man, I'm so freaking pumped about getting Allure. And I'm so sorry to you guys that were such Fenshi fans, because it's kind of a moot point now. I mean, in future content, yes, because I'm sure there will be a turn meter control fight where I will need to have Shadowkin only, right? But for this account right now, because we're a long ways from that, we now have the best, one of the best, because Newt is arguably better, one of the best turn meter control champions in the friggin' game. I am... Oh my god, what a pull. Alright, we need to make room now. We are going to summon the remaining 10. We're going to make room. I'm going to spend a little bit of gems, okay? All right. Sacrificing some gems here, but we just made room. We're still going to pull. We're looking for another epic, but I mean, this has already been a success. When you're going to give me an Allure and a Geomancer on the same account. Now, Allure, the only problem, Allure doesn't help me on Spider. And I suppose Fenshi could be used there. I could also just stick with Armiger. Because it's her attack that... Well, we'll look at her kit. We'll look at her kit. Let me summon these last 10, and we'll look at her kit, okay? Spoilers. So, Epic. Aothar. That's our second Aothar. Why? Wait, oh, Lady Atessa, I think. Ugo! Yes. Okay. Ugo is a huge pull, too. Because we have, to be fair, we have a block debuffs champion in Hydra with Sun Wukong. So Ugo is slightly less valuable in that sense, but I'm a huge fan of Ugo. I slept on her a little bit on the main account. I read everyone saying Ugo's so good, Ugo's so good. I even slept on her in Hydra because I just couldn't see it. It didn't click for me. For whatever reason, I was just like, oh, Poison Cloud, HP burn, go, right? When you finally kind of get it to click and you figure out how effective block buffs is, like there are other ways to beat Hydra. You don't have to have block buffs, but when you do have block buffs and you can keep it up at all times and prevent it from getting cleared by the cleanse head, it is so valuable because it blocks 3 different heads abilities, I believe. Don't please let me know if I'm wrong actually. But you stop Poison Cloud at 4 heads. You stop Poison Cloud. You stop the Head of Mischief from stealing buffs. Like they 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 remove your buffs, but they don't put the buffs on themselves. The I call him the exploding head, but the head that after you hit him 15 times and he does a bunch of damage, that head won't put the buffs on himself after that, I think. I could be wrong. I think he might cleanse himself before he does it. And then it blocks the ally protect and reflect damage head. So, yeah, huge fan of Ugo. I think Lady Atessa is a good nuker. I think. I feel like she's a good single target nuker, or maybe I'm thinking because she has an ally attack is maybe what I'm thinking about. But I was under that impression. I have a Lady Annabelle. That's my second. I have Aothar. That's my second Aothar as well. Mistress of Hymns. Did I have her already? I feel like I had her. Oh, Reviver. This could be valuable for my faction wars, in fact, because I need a Reviver there. But, yeah. I mean, I pulled 2 top-tier epics. Really, really solid epics. I will continue to pull any additional ancient shards that I get, whether it's from Clan Boss or from... Oh, I want to show you guys something cool on Clan Boss, too. Or from other areas of the game. But I am super happy with the epics that we pulled there. Now, obviously, we're still pretty low, and I don't expect us to, we're not going to hit 4240 on this account. No way. But we do still have some more ancient shards. Now, I also told you guys, right, I said I was going to go over Allure's kit, because a lot of you are new players and may not understand why I'm super excited about this particular epic champion. So Allure is similar to Armiger when it comes to turn meter control. So we'll start from the bottom. A2, increased chance of critting, and it can ignore defense. You're not using her, I'm sorry, A3. You're not using her for the A3, right? A2, you get a small version of decreased defense and a sleep, which on all enemies, which can come in handy, but again, this isn't what you want her for. You want her for the A1. I'm not saying those abilities are bad, by the way. I'm just saying that her A1 is that good. 3 times hitter. Each hit decreases the target's turn meter by 25% on each critical hit. Every time that she gets a critical hit, she decreases the turn meter by 25%. To put that in perspective, Armiger on 1 hit does 30% when it's critical. She does it 3 times 25%. If she crits each attack, that's 75% turn meter reduction. If you build her fast and you turn off her other abilities and just have her cycling her A1, Fire Knight never gets a turn. And you've basically, other than his initial turn, which you could probably just get through that initial hit with bolster or a shield set, and then she just takes his turn meter away. And he never gets to basically go again. Obviously, you need to get the right speeds. You want a slow in there, if possible, to help so that he doesn't gain turn meter too quickly. But, yeah, super, super good pull. That has unlocked Fire Knight for me. And then Ugo, just as to give you a recap, because I'm talking about her abilities without showing you her abilities. So this is a mini cleanse. It'll remove heal reduction only, but then it will also remove one random debuff and then heals by 20% of her HP. So build her with a high HP, and she gets a pretty decent heal out of it. This is so her passive. If everyone dies, she gets increased speed and a block damage buff. This ability, if everyone's dead, she revives all of them. So she's kind of a pseudo reviver. If built right, and the rest of your team is built right around an Ugo, you can get a lot of value as using her as a reviver. Honestly, if she is the tankiest, hardest character to kill on your team, and they die, she brings them right back up. So, obviously on pretty hefty cooldowns here, though. So, this is what I love about Ugo, though. So, brings the big version of decreased defense and the only version of block buffs. It is 100. Okay, so it's 100% on Hydra, right? Because it's 50% chance, 50, 60, 75% chance. Is it really not 100%? Because the chance is increased for each alive enemy. So 50, 60, 75, 5, 15, 20. Yeah, so that would be 95% chance. I've never known that before, to be completely honest. But she brings decreased defense and block buffs. I've already explained to you guys why block buffs is so good. Then you get decreased defense as well, of course, which is really, really good. Really, really great champion in general, but especially in Hydra. Now, for me and my account, she would go on my second team, because on my first team I do have Sun Wukong and Deacon Armstrong. You don't really need a Deacon and an Ugo on the same team, and provided you have a block buffer, which I do in Sun Wukong. So, but yeah, that's wow, great pulls on the free to play. Super, super excited. And this is the best time to pull those champions, because guess what? They're getting leveled. I'm going to be spending all of my energy tomorrow leveling Allure and getting her as high as possible and trying to get her to 6-star. I will be honest with you, I do now regret I should have waited. This is advice that I have told myself in this very channel in the past. Remember, I waited for I waited to see if I got a Geomancer, and I got one, right? If I would have waited to get a Lure, I wouldn't have leveled up Armiger, because she just does everything Armiger does, but better. The only difference is affinities. She's magic affinity, he's spirit, so there are some fights where he would have an advantage, but even then, you can still kind of use a Lure. It's less consistent, but if you can get through the initial kind of challenge, then you'll be good to go. And we combine Allure with my Ursula, and then also with Deacon. That's 3 different turn meter control abilities on my team for Fire Knight. I am so excited. So excited. All right, everybody. Well, gonna call that a video. Thank you. So, oh, I told you. I'm sorry. We're not calling it a video because I teased something to you guys, and I wanna follow through. So, Clan Boss. I just wanted to show you this. I actually did Clan Boss today. Both keys on Void difficulty. I don't usually get to do that with the way that my key timing has goes. And if we look at Nightmare, we got a 2 key. 40.39, that's brutal. I need 39 million. I got 40.39 million. So I did 2 key Nightmare. That's like the 3rd or 4th time I've done that, but still, it hadn't happened in a while, so I was happy to be able to get that opportunity. And then, brutal, I need 21 million. No, sorry, 21.6 million, and I did 21.2. So I fell short on brutal, and I have to use an extra key on brutal. But I now have an extra key for hard as well. And then look at that ridiculousness, right? I did 20 million the last time, and now I do 32 million on brutal all of a sudden. Also, oh, you know what, guys? Let's take a look real quick. Before we call it a video, the last thing that I'm going to do is Faction Guardians. We just made a ton of progress. So, boom, right there, 10% more HP for Bannerlords. You know who that benefits? That right there benefits Ursula. Ursula now has 10% more HP because of Faction Guardians. Aothar, do I have any epic? Is Deacon? No, Deacon. Oh, Deacon's also Bannerlords, right? No, Deacon is, sorry, Deacon is Sacred Order. So, a whole bunch of more. Wow. So Deacon just went up from the Guardian Ring. From Faction Guardians. Another 10% HP on my Deacon. That's more survivability on Clan Boss, guys. Keep that in mind, right? Barbarians is good. Ogrin, I don't have. Lizardman doesn't matter, I don't think. Undead Hordes has potential, but I don't have any more. Dark Elves, nope. 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 And then definitely not Sylvan. Alright. But we did go ahead and strengthen our roster quite a bit. Do I have any? I guess it doesn't matter. I want legendaries for Skinwalker. So, yeah. I have just, wow. What a great pull. I know that, we want to see legendaries and that kind of stuff, but those were really, really good epics. I cannot think off the top of my head of an epic, of any epics that I would want more on my roster right now. Mordecai. And, non-Void, because Void epics, it's a whole other beast, right? So, obviously, I'm looking at it right now. Godseeker, Shamil. There's a ton of Void epics that I would want. But non-Void epics, Mordecai is definitely up there. I'm trying to think if there's any other non-Void epics that I would really want with the roster that I have in front of me. That's the important distinction. I'm not saying that there aren't Royal Guard for sure. I'm not saying there aren't good non-Void epics. Maybe Farrakhan, but to be honest, I don't know that I need him that much. I don't really need an ally attacker that badly. He would be good for Fire Knight, but Allure kind of already gonna do that job on her own. Okay, I take that back. I would love some ally protect, right? Jareg. Who else is out there? We've got Taragi, Vergus, I think, right? Yeah, Vergus. Yeah, so definitely ally protect champions would be the one exception to that statement. So there are still some, which obviously I didn't get any of them, but Yeah, what a great pull. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all of the support. I think I looked just a few minutes ago, and we were at 545 subscribers. We have, at the rate that I gained subscribers over the course of the year, like we're gaining them at a much faster rate now. So, uh, super grateful for that. Uh, Sorry, I was just looking at something here. All right. Well, hey, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll just shut up now. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.